What should you be posting on social media to get you and bring you clients, not just likes? All right, guys, the great one. Let's get into it. Okay, the first thing that you need to do is before we even do anything else, you got to be posting consistently. Why? People need to know that you're going to be doing this every day. Okay, so there's so many different places that you can post your social media and different posts, different takes, different videos. But let's start with some basic ones. If you're doing YouTube, let's at least set a goal of once a week. Okay. You want to do that. If you're doing Facebook, let's do a everyday post, Instagram every day. If you're doing TikTok every day, start getting where people are used to your opinions, your takes, your idea, your concepts, right? So just as a start, we'll kind of build up to that. So the first thing you want to do is you want to build authority, right? So you want to kind of teach people, show people what's going up. Like a good example is, hey, here's three mistakes a first-time home buyer makes, right? And you go into it. Hey, if you want to get the rest of those, here's the other seven, right? Call to action if you want to get that, right? Tell me, send me, and we'll send it out to you. So what are we doing? First, we're showing what, let's say, the three most common mistakes that are typically made by a first-time home buyer. So we're showing our authority. Look, this is what happens. This is what we've seen, right? This is some myths. Here are some actual facts. Okay. Another one like this is where you're educating, building authority. And you can do this through a post where you talk about it. It can be a carousel where we're showing different examples. We could put in the comments, you could have the one, two, and three things. And then number four could be your call to action. It could be in a YouTube video like this where you're going over it and in the comments, right? If they want to get additional thing, you could reach out to you. So you could do this a lot of ways or a short form video, right? On TikTok or Instagram. So notice there's multiple ways you can do it. And I like all of them, but you just have to understand the audience that you're speaking with and how to particularly do that. Okay, so next one would be how much money do you really need to buy a home, right? Some people don't know. This is another way to educate them. Rent versus buy in 2026. Then you could put what city you're living in. Another way to educate is what does X get in my market? What does 500 get? 750, a million, 400, whatever, right? Figure out what that is, what a range is popular, and you can mix those up. But it's good because it's the content's positioning you as an authority and expert, not just a salesperson. And when you start to educate, right? And then I like to include little calls to action at the end of it. So if they do want more, we're ready with more. We're going to meet them where they're at. Okay, but that's the first thing we can do is build authority and use education. Next one is show homes, but let's do it right. Okay, listings alone don't perform as well as we think. Obviously in MLS they do, but I'm saying in here, but storytelling does, right? So POV, you just walked in this dream house. What do you like? What would you change? Would you pay 600 for this and then go through it? Top three features in this house that buyers absolutely love. Okay, now they're curious. They're going to go through. They're going to walk through that, right? And they want to see. I've seen some great examples of people that have done it where they tell a great story about the house, or it makes it fun or a little bit different, rather than just, hey, I'm here. Here's this. Here's that. Here's that. Not saying those can't work, but I think if we kind of kick it up a little bit, I try it out, see, but I think when we're storytelling, it's going to be a stronger pool for people. And always talk to the viewer, not just about the house. Okay. And if you guys like this stuff, please comment below. See if any of these, if you're willing to take action, just hit commit. Get in my paid or free groups. Make sure you please subscribe. It really helps, and comment and share if it's worthwhile. All right, thanks. We'll get right back to it. Okay, next thing is document your daily work. This is another trust builder. People trust agents that they see working all the time, right? When they're posting their activity. I have quite a few agent friends, so I'm always seeing their content. And it's awesome. I love when they have like their to-do list, when they show, hey, I'm making calls or taking out the client or going to this inspection, right? I just like documenting of the day in the life. I've always loved this stuff. And it really helps. It shows us that you're actively working in it. We're seeing that you're doing it, and there might be something that they're interested in, and they reach out to know more because we can add some call to actions, right? Hey, just finished completing this, right? Just negotiated 15,000 off for my client. Um, Here's how if you want to learn some of the other things I do that helps clients, click here, right? What happens after you go under contract? And then you outline that. Now you're building credibility without selling. So it's really powerful. They're watching, and guess what? It's stacking in your favor. And the more they're kind of watching what you're doing and seeing that success and learning and educating, you're going to get into a higher chance of them knowing, liking, trusting you, and working with you in the future, right? And then throw those calls to actions out, and you're going to start seeing who's raising their hand when they're ready, right? So it's a great one. Local content, underrated gold. People don't just buy homes, they buy areas. Okay, that's why I love like having a Facebook group, right? We're a community group where we're posting our things so people are in there. But you can also do, like best areas to live under 500,000. Um, Living in, I love this one, the pros and cons. Here's my 5 favorite things that I love living in Gilbert, Arizona. Here's the 5 things I dislike, right? I like the pro and con of it for that local area. And these ones you'll find you can literally do over and over. Like you're going to look at what your most popular content is and then remake versions of that with slight spins and adjustments that can appeal in different ways. But a lot of times it's just going through and finding what works and then expanding on that and improving those concepts or ideas. But we definitely want to focus on the local aspect of it. I like the cost of living one is another one that I always find great. Like, what does it cost? And you go through all your bills and things like that. Of course, the new builds in the area are great, right? So a lot of cool things that you can share. Just be consistent, put it out there. People that are looking to move into that area are going to find it and reach out when they are ready. Okay, opinions, hot takes. This is another one that can grow fast, right? So maybe we have one that's saying, "Hey, you want to stop waiting for the interest rates to drop. Here's why." And then we go through and take our opinion on it. Zillow, is great, but it's not your agent. Here, I'm going to show you how these are 3 things that Zillow doesn't offer that I do. Uh, why most agents fails and how not to. Okay. So this one's great for opinions, not just specifically information, but you can have your take, on things. And a lot of times people are going to take a look and hear what you have to say. And if you have some great takes and it makes sense, some people are going to connect with you. So another great way. Another one of my favorite way is actual results in social proof. Okay. This is what converts a lot of viewers into clients too, right? And it's really not that hard once you have some successes. So, hey, I just helped my client in this multiple offer situation. Here's what I did. Client testimonial videos are great. Hey, if this one sold in 5 days where the average is 60 days, here's why. Okay, this answers, can I trust you? So as you get these social proof ones, and I usually see like they have a key or this, but you're still sharing those successes, right? But add a little flavor to that. Add something that was like a niche or specific or a certain thing that you did if they want to learn more, so that not only is it just the win, but it's like, oh, a win in this market, or here's how we did this, right? I remember one example of we were listing a property where there was all these new homes that had just as good a deals or better. Well, we found out right the day that the properties were closed, and we did huge open houses there, so we didn't have as much competition, which helped our client get a lot more money for the home, right? So we were lucky that that was available. Then we showed the social proof of how we did it, and we're able to get other people in that, especially in that neighborhood, right? They would ask us about that. And sure enough, we got more listings from it. So it was a great strategy. And I was very new with social media at that time. But like right now, it would have killed it or reaching out, right, in those areas to show. So if you don't have a simple posting formula and you can use this one, but you can use a lot of different ones, just start with, each week you're doing a couple educational, maybe you're mixing in, some Q&A questions, top this, top that, top 3 reasons, top that, right? You can have a video home tour if you really want, right? Or you're showing something, but try to do the storytelling with it. Too personal, behind the scenes, an opinion, okay, is a good one. But just start with something basic. But the most important thing is what? Is to actually do it. Because if you're not doing it right now, you're falling behind. If you're not on all of these platforms, even at a slow once a week on every one, right? The faster you get to daily, the more you're going to dominate. If you're not sure and you need help, get in my paid. I'm going to give you ideas every day that you can do it. It's just fast. It works. It wins, right? If you're getting in the free one, you're going to get one, but less, but you're going to still get one so you can start off and just get something going. So absolutely do that. Okay. But every post should really be answering, hey, why should I be working with you? Right? Here's what helped other people win. Okay. Make it about them. I see so many agents also that's always about me, 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 me. And you have to flip it. And they're like, well, if I watch this, what's in it for me? Right? Not necessarily for you. And hopefully this one has given you some good ideas or some at least places to start. And you can always reach out to me for help. I want you to do really, really, really well. I know how hard it is to post content every day. I've been doing this for a long time, but I'll tell you what, I promise you it gets easier and you're going to get better at it, like the delivery, the ideas, the concepts, and just keep improving. Improve that 1% each day. I'm super excited for you to get started, and I'm here to help you, and I want you to be successful. Okay, that's it. We'll get back on the next one, and you guys have a great rest of your day. Take care.